So we can absolutely feel that yoga is for each of us. Doesn't matter from which background are we from. We really understand that these energy centers that we learn about and these energy channels that flow through us, all that energy is universal. Therefore, anyone can become a meditator or become a yogi. So, or yogini, as is a feminine for somebody who practices yoga. Now, why today is special? And for those that join us for the very first time, I just really ask you to keep an open mind and an open heart. On the 5th of May, every year, we celebrate what we call the opening at the universal level of the crown chakra. In yoga, those of you that practice other forms of yoga, you know that that's called Sahasrara, which means 1,000 petaled. So it's envisioned as a lotus with 1,000 petals. Now, as you can see, in Sahaja Yoga, we absolutely get connected to nature. We've made this recommendation in the past. If you, now it's a bit cold, at least it's how it's in Ontario. I don't know, where are you from? We had friends joining from Montreal, from Calgary, from Regina, and even from Curacao and Aruba, believe it or not. So that's nice. If you have a chance to meditate in nature, even on your porch, just do it. It's really good. However, it's important for any form of meditation, it's important to have an environment that is conducive to silence, mental silence, and to be easy for you to have the attention inside. If you try to meditate by the way, while you are trying to do other many things, it's not really helpful. So this is the reason why ideally find a corner in your house. I know that some of you were chatting with us that you were hiding in the basement. Those that have like 3 kids running around, that's the perfect place to try and have a very deep meditation. Now, as we recommended before, if you can lit up a candle, that would be wonderful. It represents the light, the flame represents the eternal light that we have within ourselves as the spirit within. If you are meditating indoors, we recommended you to decorate, have a corner, call it meditation corner, and some of you have shared with us. We were inviting you to send us photos so we can, you can share with each other what do you find helpful to inspire you to meditate. Now, today we're talking about being a special day, and as you can see, we have the founder of Sahaja Yoga, Shri Mataji, Nirmala Devi, present here. She many a times, when she was asked, she offered interviews all around the world, and she was asked, who was your teacher, your spiritual teacher? And she was saying that she was born with this knowledge about the chakras, about all these subtle connections. She was born with this knowledge. As we were born and we know that we are human beings, the same, she had that awareness about her role and about the subtle world, that she was able to be aware of it. However, in terms of guru, she always said that if I have a guru, that is Mother Earth. Now, just a small introduction to why today is so special. You see, we call ourselves, we started in HALTON, then we opened NIAGARA, we offer Sahaja Yoga classes for free in different regions. Then we've been to Berry, we opened a Berry class many years back, and we had been invited to YMCA, to health organizations in SIMCOE area, even to an annual health related for health professionals, a big annual event, and we were teaching meditation. We gave them chakra workshop. So we are kind of everywhere. And because many of those who practice with us started moving around, as we know, we live in a global world. Now we have connections everywhere, literally around the world. So we just said, and the world. So this is who we are. If you sit comfortably by now, either on the floor or on your porch or in your bed, make sure that you sit really comfortably. Both hands open. You see this lady in the photograph, you can see just one hand. And the lotus, the white lotus. The white lotus actually represents the crown chakra. So we just wanted to take you to this special day that we talked about, the opening of the crown chakra at the universal level. We know that all colors, when they come together, gives white. They give white when they are integrated, when they are one. So that crown chakra is represented either as a lotus with all colors, because it integrates all the other chakras, or just white, which also represents the purity. Something that is absolutely specific to Sahaja Yoga is that we can feel the energy, not only ours, but we can feel the energy around us. And our central nervous system will become awakened with the practice of Sahaja Yoga meditation, and it will tell us with a precision of a great computer, seriously. It will tell us exactly what is wrong or what is right, because we have a map within ourselves that is very clear about every energy center's role, their qualities. We will learn what are the blockages, and we learn techniques to unlock the qualities of these energy centers. Now, these energy centers in the yoga system were envisioned as and compared with lotuses that need to open. Each one has a different number of petals, each one takes care of different area. But what is specific about the lotus? We know that it has the roots in the mud. So the waters underneath the lotus can be extremely muddy, extremely, let's say, from a human perspective, even filthy. So really, really not, we don't see that clarity that we see in some basins in which there are artistically arranged few lotuses there. In real nature, this is where lotuses are coming from. However, they are so balanced, they are above, they rise above, and all their beauty, all that light, in a way, they always feel that they transmit light, becomes so visible. So this is what we in Sahaja Yoga Meditation, and this is the goal for any sincerely driven form of yoga, meditation, spiritual practice, is for each of us to become that enlightened, pure lotus, that we rise above and we purify ourselves and we start opening and emitting our qualities everywhere around. So today is a special day because we will, in a way, we will learn more from the source of Sahaja Yoga Meditation, which is Shri Mataji, Nirmala Devi. You've seen her photograph. We don't talk so often about Shri Mataji. We mostly take from her. We grab the knowledge. We take the positivity. We are takers. But from time to time, when it's her birthday, and from time to time, we talk a little bit more about her. And I wanted to share with you, we wanted to share with you this painting that was done by a yogini that had a dream, almost like a vision. And that's the whole, we felt that goes very well with the theme of today's Going Deeper class. We talked about the opening of Sahasrara at the universal level and why that happened. And Shri Mataji actually described that happened on, she became aware that it happened on the 5th of May, 1970. And that's a day when we consider to be the start for Sahaja Yoga Meditation that is practiced all around the world, because the Sahasrara chakra became available for all seekers around the world. So you see all these lotuses around, is so clear that that's the time of blossoming that was announced. It was also announced to be the Satya Yuga, the era of truth. Maybe some of you that are passionate about various types of knowledge related with astrology, with all this becoming, spiritual becoming, you also know about the era of Aquarium. So all those come together. And you can see that above Shri Mataji's head, you can see all those lights around. So that's the whole idea. That's the crown chakra. When it's opened, absolutely we become collectively conscious, and we are able to receive positive energy and blossom from within. So that's the whole idea. And today, we celebrate 50 years since that first day. And something else that I wanted to say that's very interesting and beautiful. In 1970 was a very special year. That was also the first year when Earth Day was inaugurated. So Earth Day also celebrates 50 years in 2020. So there's some good news about 2020. For those of you that already meditate with us for a while and they are able to feel the energy, those of you that know how to feel the chakras already, let's, as always, keep the hands open, wide open, in your lap. And that's an invite for everyone. Try to stay straight if you can, but absolutely comfortable, and see what you feel while you're looking at the painting with no mental reaction. So it's very important not to emit thoughts and block the energy that is for us to receive. Otherwise we'll never know the reality as is. We'll always modify through our own preconceived ideas and all kind of barriers that our mind creates, our conditionings, what we were taught in our own background, what to like, what to dislike. We know that brides wear white in the Western countries, but white is also mourning color in other countries. So that's the whole idea, that we have to open up and just feel the subtle nature of anything. This is when we see a bride, we don't look at the color, we just feel the joy, and it's such a beautiful event. As well, we might see somebody dressed in white and we can feel the sadness because maybe that person just came from a funeral, and that's a different energy. So it's all about energy that we learn to be more aware of. We want to dive deeper into meditation, so we'll meditate. As I was telling you already, we keep our hands open, just stay relaxed. For those of you that know how to do the Bhajan, please, let's do it now. Those of you that don't know and it's too complicated, we will not do it together. But everyone else, you know how to raise your Kundalini energy 3 times for each of the energy channels. Make a knot. First time, 2 knots. second time 3 knots, third time above the head, and then starting from the left, we do back and forth 7 times. So back and forth is considered 1 time, the arch that protects every single energy center, that we call them as chakras. So that's the bandhan, the protection. So while we keep our hands open, let's become aware. We introduced mantras. Today we'll not learn about mantras, but tomorrow I think we have singing mantras with Shibangana, and we have few surprises. So as usually we'll invite you to participate to each of the 3 classes that we have this week. Tomorrow we have at 8:45 to give some flexibility. And on Friday, we meet again at 7. Each class has a different theme. We place it on the website, so you'll see a bit what's going on. So you will not repeat. You don't have to be afraid of getting bored. Certain things, yes, we go through because it's important to become aware about the chakras, but otherwise, it's a lot of new things to learn. So let's take a look and look at your own palms in the center, like a small circle in the center. That's where the crown chakra is mapped in on your palms. And you can see here on the subtle system diagram, that's the crown chakra. And you see here the lotus, the Sahasrara is shown as a multicolored lotus. And also it looks a little bit like a fountain, because if you remember, the bone that is just on top of the head is called fontanelle, bone area. And fontanelle comes from fontanella, which means little fountain in Italian. Actually, this energy kundalini starts unraveling from the base of our spine, where there's this triangular bone called sacrum, and will start unraveling always in a circular, actually in a spiral movement upwards until it breaks through the fontanelle bone area. And this is how we can feel with the practice of meditation. We can feel like a coolness, like a cool breeze pulsating, flowing, and almost, for some of us, we've experienced that it's like a fountain that flows from above along our face, the back, and sometimes we absolutely feel the flow within ourselves. So we can feel the status of every chakra is represented with a different color. Here we try to not have the focus on all of them, but only on the crown chakra, but each of them is mapped to a finger or to a part of the palm. And we can also feel them along the body. We'll meditate very soon, but today the meditation will not be long. We really want to share with you more knowledge from the source, as I was saying. So in Sahaja Yoga, we have a guided meditation. It takes multiple forms. Might be affirmations or questions that we address to the force within. That's called Kundalini energy. It's the same force of evolution, the intelligence of planet Earth. And we call it mother, because in Sahaja Yoga we recognize that is a motherly type of power, because it's nurturing, is corrective, is really able to heal, and it tries to guide us, always guide us, so we can achieve that higher self within ourselves. So during the meditation, we will advise where to place a certain hand, because we are able to transmit energy on different places, on different chakras, energy centers along the body. And as you can see, always the opposite hand that we will say clearly which one will stay open, like receiving, while the other hand will transmit. And again, the attention is on the crown chakra. So we are showing you only this particular slide. You can even practice now to place the right hand and make sure that you place it flat on top of the head. So the fingers from the right hand, in this case, will not touch the head. I received a phone call right now. So, and you see the eyes are closed, attention inside. So first we just show you, we walk you through to get comfortable what we are doing. And you see how you place it there on top of the head, and then the hand will rise above the head in the same position, flat, parallel with the floor, but above the head. Make sure that we don't keep it too close to the head. We don't want to feel the body heat. And see what we feel there. There are other affirmations. You don't need to remember what we give you just few examples, but we will not really do that. It's just an example. You can learn more from our website that we have step by step there. What you can do at home, and we can share with you after the class. Now, if you remember what was in the painting, that image around, even the colors, I was so surprised. It was really like a vision. It's so similar with what we see here. And this is a real photograph taken maybe about 25 years back, when Shri Mataji, the founder of Sahaja Yoga Meditation, was actually talking to some followers. They were, I think they were on the Danube River. They were on a boat, and she was explaining to them about the meditation, and they were actually in a profound state of meditation, because near Shri Mataji, you don't have any chance not to be in a profound, very profound spiritual state. And somebody took a group photograph, and that's what it came in the times when there were not much photoshopping and other wizard kind of playing with images. This is what some can even see faces here, which they assume that are divine principles that govern the chakras. You can see here face. So it's very interesting, the colors, the light, and this is above their head. So from their Sahasrara were like in oneness, and all that light came. So everything comes full circle. And of course, in meditation, we get to that state of we empty ourselves. So we let that power to flow through us. So we become kind of empty of, the mind becomes empty of the annoying thoughts, and just peace installs inside. This is how we reach to that state of meditation, which is mental silence. Is not the focusing part that is very much pushed forward by other forms of meditation. Sahaja Yoga for us is really kind of the Zen approach, where we reach to the thoughtless awareness, no thoughts. If any thought might come, that would be kind of inspired. So it comes from the collective consciousness, or we can say even from unconsciousness, because it's completely voided of this mental chatter. So I think we are ready by now to meditate. We'll have a short meditation, and then we'll learn more about Sahasrara day, We will learn about the Sahasrara Chakra as well. We'll watch short videos and we'll listen to some music. So let's keep our hands open, eyes closed. From now on, you can absolutely close your eyes, attention inside. Make yourself comfortable. Let's take a deep breath in. We hold it, then we let go. And we'll basically meditate on music. We'll have just few simple affirmations, and then the silence within will be supported by music that is played by yogis or that was created by what we call enlightened souls. So both hands widely open, relaxed, attention along the spine. We take another deep breath in through the nose. Hold it a few seconds and we slowly let it out. Very relaxed. You can move the attention on the top of the head as well on both palms. And we observe ourselves. Is it easy for us to sit? Can we stay still, mind and body? And we will apply a yogic technique. We'll separate from ourselves in the sense that we become the witness of our life, of our body, of our mind. And how we can do that, because we don't want to have split personalities. We do that by taking upon ourselves one fundamental identification, not with the body, not with the mind, not with the emotions. All these suffer changes, ups and downs. They fail us, and we fail them as a whole, because we are quite disintegrated. The modern man in these times, there is a disintegration within the individual as well, between the individual and the collective. And that comes most of the times from an exacerbating I-ness. Now in Sahaja Yoga Meditation, we are given a very strong tool for awareness, a very strong pillar that we can rely on. The I is replaced by the spirit, the essence within us, that's universal, that's the same in each of us. We cannot say mine and my spirit and the other one's spirit. It's the same diamond, perfect, global personality that exists in each of us. the same quantity of eternity that exists in each of us. And you will say, I am that. We'll take the right hand, we'll place it on the left side of the chest, press it a little bit, left hand wide open, in our lap, eyes closed, attention inside. The right palm, especially the fingers from the right palm, will gently press just to show determination that I am here. My attention is right there to the tips of my hand. It's right there. Here, on the left side of the chest, where many of us refer to the heart is there. In Sahaja Yoga, we learn a truth that can be proven to the practice, that we can feel our spirit, our subtle being, and here we'll start talking to our own Kundalini energy. We call her Mother. Just to simplify, as we call Mother Nature, Mother Earth. We cannot lie to her. She's pure intelligence, pure creativity. We cannot outsmart her. And she's the source for any form of energy, electromagnetic, any type of energy. But to make it simple, we start talking to her. So he will ask a fundamental question without thinking for an answer. We just ask with pure intent. And we can say it in our mind, in our heart, not out loud. But if we are alone and you feel encouraged by that, we can just say, Mother Kundalini, am I the pure spirit? What is my essence? Am I the pure spirit? Stop any thought. You can feel the heartbeat. That's the immediate reality. You can take a deep breath in. You can feel the lungs filled with air. That's another reality. We hold the air inside a little bit, a few seconds, and we slowly let it out through the nose. No thoughts. And now we can say, without any thought, but with pure intent, without any doubt whatsoever, we'll say, Mother Kundalini, I am the pure spirit. I'm not just the mind, nor the emotions, nor the thoughts. I'm not the position in life. I'm not the fears. I'm not even my aspirations. My essence is pure, is simple, yet absolute. I am the pure eternal spirit, pure existence. The spirit is never tainted by my mistakes or by others' mistakes against me. My spirit is always present, observant, aware. Mother Kundalini, please take me to my spirit, to that ocean of peace and stability. That doesn't need any material support. Please take me to my spirit. I am one with my spirit. That's all I seek. We'll take the right hand and we'll place it on our forehead, wrapped around the forehead, making sure that the left temple is within the touch of the fingers from the right hand, and the right temple is within the grasp of the base of the right palm. So the right palm absolutely takes the shape of our forehead. We'll also lean our head a bit forward, like resting the head into the right palm. We take a deep breath in, and when we let it out, let's feel that we surrender. We let go of the past. That's done. We let go of any worries about the future. That's not under our control. If we learn something this year, is that our life can change in a bit. So we better seize the moment and more profoundly get in touch with our true self. So here we'll say, Mother Kundalini, I forgive everyone, including myself. I let go of all the transitory thoughts. They're just balloons that try to take me in all directions. I let them fly away. I let them go. They do not carry my essence. I forgive my emotions, my reactions. They always change. I let them go. I am the pure spirit There is no place for guilt, nor for revenge, not for judgment. I am the pure spirit. I want to break free of all illusions. I want to break free of all boxes that my mind tries to settle me in. I forgive so I can liberate my true nature. I am the pure spirit. I am meant to exist, to unite, to blossom in light. I am free. We take the right hand, we apply it flat on top of the head where we had the soft bone in childhood. We keep our head still, bowed towards Mother Earth, in complete humility, surrender, complete joy of simplicity. We apply pressure with the right palm, with the center of the right palm, we apply pressure on the scalp, and we start moving the scalp towards left, then front, right, back, like we want to open a lid. So profound movements. They describe like a circle that moves clockwise, a clock that faces the sky. And we can rotate profoundly, not only the hair, we really want to move profound the scalp, we want to open. This is called Brahmarandra in Sanskrit, which means literally the whole of God. And the subtle energy channel that flows through us, the central energy channel, that runs parallel with our spine, has an innermost subtle energy channel that is called Brahmanadi, which means the channel of God. So our desire is for this energy Kundalini to flow like the sap in a tree, in our tree of life, come strongly in a powerful way through the channel of God and pass through, open wider and wider, and pass through Brahmarandra, the whole of God, and immerse like a strong fountain that will fall like a waterfall, bringing grace, coolness, refreshing all our cells through this connection, to this yoga. Yoga means connection, union in Sanskrit. So that's our destiny. Those that know how to raise their energy kundalini will just invite her to flow several times with only the right hand will move from the front, inviting her to rise higher and higher above the head. Everyone else, we can just place the right hand higher above the head, at least at the palm distance, in thoughtless awareness, no thoughts. We just embrace the present moment. We trust its flow. No thoughts. We can see if we can feel any kind of sensation. It can be like a cool breeze, or it can be like a warm sensation, it can be like electricity, it can be felt in different ways. Just trust what you feel with an open heart, an open mind, without reacting, just observing like a child, a scientist child. Curious but never manipulative. We don't want to manipulate the reality, we want to know it as is. So we can see if we can feel anything happening between the top of the head and our palm, any kind of energy that flows. We can even keep our fingers from the right hand apart from each other. Some found much easier to see if something really passes through, that is that energy that flows, that might have a rhythm, like a pulsation. Anything at all. We can place the right hand down, still remains open in our lap, just rest both hands. The attention remains above the head where the right hand was. Eyes closed, attention inside. Feeling really good within ourselves. Feel that stillness, eager to grow, eager to further evolve. But very peaceful, at peace, very satisfied, like a lotus. We rest within the lotus of our inner being, and we feel comforted, nourished, healed, protected. Both hands wide open. No thoughts. If any thought bothers us, we can just say to it or to ourselves, I'm not this. I'm not following you. I'm the pure spirit. I don't go anywhere. I'm here to stay, close to my spirit. We take the left hand and we take it directly above the head, not on the top of the head, just above the head, the same level where we had our right hand above, higher. Just place it still, parallel with the head. No thoughts. Become a detached witness, a detached scientist. It's called experiment with truth, what we do now. The attention will be not only on what happens between the left palm and the top of the head, but as well as have the attention if we feel something flowing through the left hand along the arm, as well Let's become courageous and see if we can widen our attention to be also on the right palm. What do we feel there? See if you can feel the same type of sensation, the same type of feeling, or it's a bit different. Very good. Then we place the left hand upwards in our lap. They both rest. Tension from above the head, like from above the crown of our tree, from our lotus-like crown chakra. We can have a desire within ourselves. Mother Kundalini, I am the pure spirit. My only desire, the only pure desire, is to grow, spiritually to grow. Please strengthen my self-realization. Strengthen my subtle system. Strengthen every chakra. Please awaken all qualities in every chakra, in every energy center. So I become a garden of beautiful chakra flowers, enjoying all my inner qualities. So diverse, yet in complete harmony with each other. Mother Kundalini, please give me the complete integration within and without. Thank you. You can even place the left palm together with the right palm at the level of the heart, at the level of the chest. As in Namaste, you've seen that salute. Make sure that every finger meets the other one from the other hand. So complete. They mirror each other. Because in Sahaja Yoga, this gesture shows the equilibrium, the perfect balance that we desire to achieve. Relax both hands. Stop any thought. See if we can stay patiently in thoughtless awareness. If any thought bothers, just say forgive. Just for 2 melodies. That's the way we count the time without counting. And what we will listen to is called Raga for Sahasrara. Just a few minutes. So we will change a little bit because today is Sahasrara day and it's all of us together. It's also about collectivity. So we will go deeper and learn more soon after we share. So let's share. We wanted actually to have more of a collective meditation, but our team was involved with so many different testimonials that we received from everyone. We just try to celebrate by having this gratefulness shared. And I had to kind of represent the team, but it would be lovely if we can hear from each other. So we can unmute yourself and just for a few minutes, let's say about 7 minutes, 8 minutes, we can just open up and you can either share via chat if you don't want to, or you have a problem speaking, or you can just tell us what do you feel, and if you're able to reach that thoughtlessness, or if you have a question, let's open up, let's feel the collectivity. Just for a few minutes, and then we dive into some knowledge, and that's a new talk that we haven't shared with you before. So anyone else who would like to open up, and I promise it will not be for long, just a few minutes, and then we can learn more, and it's nothing mandatory. Let's see if we can have few volunteers. My name is Ivana. By the way, I always forget to introduce myself because some of you know me already. And we'll play some testimonials soon, so you'll get to know more from our team, who we are, and how we came to Sahaja Yoga. Who else would like to speak? Sigal.
Hi.
Hi.
Amazing. One word. Amazing. It was wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. So glad you joined.
I'm so glad that I'm here with you. It was amazing. Thank you again.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else? We heard from Oakville, Ontario.
Hello,
Hello.
Anjali.
Where
I'm
are you
feeling
from?
I'm from Oakville.
Oakville. Oakville is strongly represented today.
I feel
Yes.
so much coolness in my Sahasrara. I wasn't able to join on time. I only arrived at when you were working on Agnya, and I did not want to open my eyes even for the music. Yes, I had to really right now just force myself to say hello because I really wanted to not miss the opportunity to say something, but I just wanted to say I'm still feeling very cool. So thank you.
Beautiful. And I don't want to interrupt anyone. You know how much I really love to stay forever. And I'm still in meditation, but I really feel to feel each other a little bit from time to time. So
Yes,
thank
it's a
you.
great idea. And Sigal, I wanted to say that I've been missing you. So good to hear your
Me
voice.
too, me too, me too, me too. Uh, you're always in my heart. All of you, you know that.
Of course.
You are so sweet. And you are in ours too.
Thank you. Miss you too.
Anyone else? You can still be in meditation, talk like a witness. Anyone else that felt coolness or other sensations, which is nice to share?
Hi guys.
Hello.
Today was lovely actually. I really liked the picture we looked at before, of the painting with all the pictures,
Yes.
hair kind of going. I don't know, the eyes really stuck with me and I feel like I kind of like saw maybe her eyes. I don't know. They were nice dark eyes. And I just kind of went in, and I definitely felt like I felt this awareness. It was lovely. It was like I was there for a second, but eternity all at the same time.
Wow.
It was lovely. So thank you.
That's awesome, Alina. I'm so glad. And Alina, I have such great news for you. I know that you want it so much. So this Sunday, actually at 4:30, I don't know if you can make it. We are not yet there to send the invites to those who specifically wanted going deeper. So everyone else that already are participating to our online, so you're not newbies to Sahaja Yoga, let us know. We'll have going deeper on Sunday.
Okay, sounds
At
great.
4:30. Yes, perfect. Thank you. It'll be a little bit different format, so that's good. Thank you so much for sharing. Anyone else?
Thank you.
Adina. Oh,
Hi,
hi.
this is Adina from London. I really love this picture of Shri Mataji.
Wonderful.
I felt very cool, very high vibration when I saw that. And it's kind of hard for me to speak now because I was in a state.
I destroyed all your meditations.
No, that's fine. This is a lovely.
But you felt coolness also. I know thoughtless, that's perfect. And it's so good that we share, so it's very important. It's
It was
good.
lovely. Thank you.
I feel very cool right now. I just have the attention on you, Adina, and it's very cool.
Thank you.
I do you speak because we don't hear you, so. Okay, anyone? Let's have two more persons and we are good to go to dive deeper into Sahasrara. We'll have a short talk, but very profound. Who else? Yolanda, I don't want to put you on the spot, but it's lovely too. I've seen Kathy as well, but maybe she had to leave earlier. So it's nice to hear from Barry and from other places.
I keep hearing you say who.
Oh,
Anyone
let
else?
me speak
Anyone else?
louder. We cannot hear you. Or it's just me. I cannot hear you well. Can you increase the volume, please?
I just unmuted. Can you hear me now?
Not so well.
I can hear you, Yolanda.
Can you? Oh, how's that?
I can hear you.
That's good.
That's better. I just turned my volume up. Sorry, I wanted to jump in and say something, but I'm enjoying the bliss of thoughtlessness.
Perfect.
Yeah, no, it was. I find the online meditations just so powerful. Like I just go into these deep trances, and yeah, you when you start speaking, it makes me startle to come back. But yeah, no, I feel a cool coolness and vibrations in my hands. I'm just thoroughly enjoying the online meditation, and this picture is lovely. I quite like the picture of Shri Mataji on the screen.
We have an article that goes so well with this picture, and I can ask you, Shivangana, if you can place it on chat for everyone. You can copy that link and open it up because it's a little bit of it's really a good article. It's not long, but I think it will take you to a depth that you might enjoy.
Oh, it's beautiful. Now, was the artist who did this is just a vision? Was it like Kathy, who didn't have a lot of art experience and just started painting, or?
So she allowed me to share it. So this Yogini actually reached out to me, and I placed exactly on that article what she says about this one. Yes.
All right. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it. It's beautiful.
Yes. Perfect. Perfect.
Namaste, and thank you.
Namaste. So nice to hear from you, Yolanda. And
Likewise.
I have some beautiful, Kathy shared with me some of her paintings. I'm just waiting for her to say a bit more. I would love to share her experience, you know, her testimonial. So I just asked her to say a little bit more so we can share it with an article. I think everybody will love her story and the creativity. She has beautiful paintings.
Oh, I know. I can't do her online.
I love, oh, yes.
Have you, I've not tapped into her online class. I can't, because I work every day. So, but yeah, no,
Maybe
she's
Sunday at 4:30 you can make it, maybe.
Sundays 4:30. Yeah, I could look at that one.
Yes, perfect. So I think that Shivangana will share the link to that article. So let's say at least one more person, if anyone would like to join, especially those that didn't speak before, would be nice to hear from other corners or anywhere. Those who didn't speak, just challenge your Vishuddhi, the throat chakra, just open up and share yourself with us. We have more messages, which is nice. Very nice. Oresta, thank you for sharing. So, unless anybody else would like to share any time, let us know. But let's watch a talk about Sahasrara Day and about Sahasrara. As always, keep your hands open, see what you feel. Thank you.
Today we have assembled here to celebrate the Sahasrara Day, which was opened in 1970 on this date. I find this beautiful canopy is like our Sahasrara. And so very apt to have this beautiful arrangement for Sahasrara Day. We have to understand what happens when the Sahasrara opens. When the Kundalini passes through the 5 centers, it enters into the area which we call as limbic area. This area is all surrounded by 1,000 nerves. And when these nerves get enlightened, they look like flames of with gear colors, 7 colors, and very mildly, beautifully shining, emitting peace. But when the Kundalini starts emitting its vibration on the sides, all these nerves get enlightened gradually and start moving on all directions, opening the Sahasrara. And then the Kundalini, what's this noise about? Emerges out through the fontanelle bone area, which we call as Brahma Randhra. Randhra means the whole, and the Brahma is the all-pervading power of God's love. So it enters into the subtle energy, which is all-pervading, which we do not feel normally. But then the Chaitanya, the vibrations, which are the part and parcel of this energy, all-pervading power, the Parama Chaitanya, they start entering into our brain and showering their blessings in the limbic area they assemble. Now the limbic area is connected to all the area of the brain and also to the nerves. So it starts flowing onto the nerves, giving you the new awareness of collective consciousness called as Samuhik Chetana. So you get a new Chetana, a new awareness, which is showered upon your limbic area. The working of these Chaitanya waves is very interesting. They are normally formed like small commas, but then they go into different forms. They make themselves into swastikas as the four-limbed symbol of innocence, or they become the Omkara, as you know how Om is written, which is the symbol of our doing, our awareness. So when they form the swastika, they try to nourish the left side, and when they form the Omkara, they nourish the right side. Left and right sympathetic nervous system, they nourish. But Sahasrara is to be kept open is rather difficult for people. Because it's a vicious circle. First, these vibrations should enter into your brain through the Brahmarandra when it is opened out, and they should nourish your nerves, by which your left and right side open out, and so more Chaitanya can flow down all these centers. But if your Sahasrara is not properly opened, this process doesn't take place. As a result of that, the chakras don't open, the Kundalini only as very few strands is kept in the spinal cord, and the new strands cannot rise because your chakras are not open. So in Sahaja Yoga, it is very important to keep your Sahasrara open. Otherwise, there's a vicious circle. To keep the Sahasrara open is in a way very easy as well as difficult. As you have known in the Devi Mahatmya, that at Sahasrara, Mahamaya comes. She is a Mahamaya. Not easy to recognize her, not easy to know her. She lives just like you. She moves just like you. And you can never make out her real nature. She is in the form of Mahamaya. So at the Sahasrara, to recognize the Mahamaya is another vicious circle. You may say that why should it be Mahamaya? Should have been better as starkingly some other form. But any other form could not have worked out Sahaja Yoga in modern times. Because people would have been frightened and upset. And they would never have taken to Sahaja Yoga because they had no discretion already within them to know what is right, what is wrong. That is why it had to be in the Mahamaya form. In the Mahamaya form, you have to recognize. This is another test. Because Mahamaya you cannot recognize, while you have to recognize. But in Sahaja Yoga you have seen so many photographs which should convince you people mentally about this Mahamaya Swarupa. You can see mentally, you can understand there's something very different. Even when I came to Napoli, the policemen and everybody was given a photograph, and they all recognized that there's something very different. They all wanted to shake hands with me. This is one way. Another way is that you start seeing the blessings and you start seeing how you become so progressively better materially, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Still on a mental level, most of the people recognize. But unless and until it is recognized in the heart, is no recognition. Already the heart is surrounded by 7 auras, of the 7 chakras. And the spirit, the Atma, resides in the heart. As it is on top of your head here, resides the God Almighty Sadashiva. So when Kundalini touches that point, your spirit gets awakened and the light of the spirit starts spreading. And it starts acting on your central nervous system, because automatically the vibrations, the Chaitanya flow into your brain, who enlighten your nerves. But still, the recognition on the heart is not there. Even without that, you start feeling the cool breeze, you can raise the Kundalini of others, you can cure people, you can do many things. But still, it is not yet felt in the heart so much. That's why we have music, art. All these things start opening your heart. But still it is not recognition, because recognition is a mental activity of the heart. How can heart have a mental activity? This is another problem you all can face, and I know that. That recognition, if it is a mental activity of the heart, how do we do it? Say, if you are a Christian, born in a Christian family, as soon as I see the photograph of Christ, immediately you feel it's Christ, something, yeah. Or if you are a Hindu, if you see the photograph of Sri Rama, immediately you know it's Sri Ram. You see, that's a kind of a thing, recognition in the heart. But the recognition of somebody living with you is very, very difficult. And you live on the cusp of your mental activities only. But to go deep down into your heart, what should we do? People tell me. Mother, how should we get into our heart? How this mental activity can be performed through the heart? Now you must remember that heart is absolutely connected with brain. Absolutely connected. It's not disconnected thing. If it was, it would not have worked. When heart fails, after some time, brain also fails. The whole body goes out of order. If the child is crying, please take out the child. Better take out the child. Something wrong with the child if the child is crying. So this mental activity of the heart is to be understood this way. that as soon as you see the danger, without even thinking, in a reflex way, your heart starts pumping more blood and you get palpitation. You don't have to think, there's no mental activity. Just you see, supposing a tiger standing before you, immediately the heart will start pumping. It's a reflex action. Now, how this activity takes place, one may say, is that because it is built in within you, that as soon as you see some emergency, your sympathetic nervous system goes into activity. And you start feeling the fear, you start feeling that there should be some protection, that you should do something about it. But you do not think, you just run. You run as fast as possible. You don't think about it, what I should do, where I should run, just you go on running, away from the danger. And how do you do that? Because it is built in within you, all this, in your brain, that as soon as the heart starts pumping too much blood, it should just make the legs work and the hands work and you should run. Or we can say it is in the central nervous system, built in. It's a fear. Any reaction, any response like that is built in within you. But the response to the spirituality is not yet manifested. It is manifested, it is all built, no doubt, but it is not yet manifested. And how will it manifest? That's what people ask me, Mother, how will it manifest? Through your past, you have learned that you have to be afraid of this, you have to be afraid of that. Also in this lifetime, you have learned many things. For a child may put his hand to the candle, won't be frightened. But a grown-up will, because an experience. With the experience, gradually you built in that reaction of reflex within you so that you try to save yourself. Now, what experience you should have to build that in your heart is the point. And the experience is of your own divinity, of your own spirituality. Once you start developing that experience, then you know that you are a divine person. Unless and until you are aware fully that you are a divine person, howsoever faith you may have in me, the recognition is not complete, because who is recognizing me is a blind person. If a blind person is recognizing me, it won't have that response of the heart. So first you have to recognize yourself to be a divine person, to have faith in yourself.
So I hope you've enjoyed that strong message from Shri Mataji. And we will go deeper with the next. We will go deeper with the next classes that will offer this week. Now, the last thing that we will have before we say goodbye, we'll just share with you some new things that we worked on our website that you can absolutely explore. So we'll try to share with you. You are familiar with free-meditation.ca. So it's important, if you haven't tried this, you can go on top here on your calendar, and you have the timing for every session. Those that are already joining us for Going Deeper, you can click on any of them, and you can edit your calendars if you have Google Outlook. So that's really cool for those that are using these gadgets. It's very simple, and I really want to thank Aldo. He's working on this, and it's really amazing. Many have already using it, but just in case some of you have no idea, this is how you can find out about our classes. Sometimes they have the theme also. If not, you can go on the home online, and here is where you have two important links. One is if you have friends, somebody interested, they can use the registration form. And for everyone else, for the schedule, you can just, if you prefer text, just to know just for 1 week what's going on. This is what we will dedicate the classes for, and even the Going Deepers have some themes. So that's something I wanted to show you. Other than that, other news are testimonials. We have, if you want to hear about different people's experiences, different ages, wherever we've been, there are tons and tons of, look how many, we have more than 20 pages. This is an amazing one, The Dreaming of a Pearl Finder. This is Sam's dream with Shri Mataji. That's mind-blowing. So we have many different ones. By the way, Yolanda, this is the first, the article of the first class when we opened Berry. This is the team.
Oh, wow.
This is the team that went there. This is how we opened it. Yes.
Wow.
With yeah. And Holly, it's interesting, Holly joined in Burlington, and we love her. And everyone that went deeper, I was telling, you know what, if you grow, you can pass it on and we will help you. So really, and she said, oh, I used to be in Berry, and it was nothing, no Sahaja Yoga, I had to come to Burlington. And then we said, you know what, when you go, you can go back to Berry, we help you to open. So that's how we've, look at the sky. It was so beautiful.
Wow.
That night. So that's this is us in the parking lot. We were always so happy and so collectively enjoying each other. So that's
It was
yes.
a great time.
Yeah. So you can go to just explore. The website has so much for, and you can search here Kundalini, anything, and then we start having some more testimonials in different languages. So if you have friends who, let's say, they are Romanians, they might like to hear people that do Sahaja Yoga. They're Romanians in Canada, and they're really interesting ones here. The newest edition is Graciela, so you can find out about Graciela. And we have in Spanish, I think we have Aldo's first one, but we expect more of him. He said that he wrote so much about Sahaja Guru game. So we have a few articles in Spanish, compilations. Thank you, Aldo, for translating. And also there should be some more testimonials coming. And we have, I think we will have in French, we'll have different friends. So these are from real people that, look what we prepare here. So we'll have in Gujarati, in Croatian, yeah. So that's what we try to really share ourselves. It is a lot. If you want to know something about Nabi, you just search, and we have compilations, and there are talks there. So there's music, you can find music, you can find connections about, from Socrates to Jesus. These are really complex ones. So if you want to learn more, if you want to explore, you can just have a read, going to bed before you go to sleep. Or if you commute and you have nothing else to do, instead of going to the news, because we know the news already, we can find some in-depth information that might enlighten us. So these are the news, and that's also part of Sahasrara, because Sahasrara brings a lot of knowledge, and not a mental knowledge, but we go deeper. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us tonight. If you have any questions, you can write to us, contact us. We would love to hear from you, the feedback. And recorded meditation. So if you miss any of the classes, we start to place some of them to record. We'll have many more. This is the one with Nipun and Anadyanka. We have Shivangana. We'll have music. This is actually has a very good video about how we can breathe in and out with Shri Mataji. Each of them, that's also, I would recommend that one about the spirit, and more will come. So that's it. Thank you so much, and we would love to hear from you. Happy Sahasrara Day, everyone. We'll keep us Sahasrara week. We'll make it a Sahasrara week. Thank you. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Thank
Thank
you.
you for everything.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
It was amazing.
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
My little friends.
No, they get started for mantras. We will start singing more. So
Yeah, we practice now.
Exactly. Let's continue. We are in the mood already. Let's go deeper.
We're ready. Let's go
We
deeper.
are ready. We are ready.
Sigal, we go deeper tomorrow morning at 6:30. If I don't see you at 6:30.
Set your alarm.
Okay.
Talk to you tomorrow.
Okay.
The website looks amazing, by the way. I just want to thank Aldo. That's incredible how it
But
looks.
I have a good excuse. So today at 6:30, I bought one ton of soil, and this is what I do at 6:30 in the morning. So I have a very good excuse why I didn't do it. I can
The soil can wait 1 hour, and you will go to the soil with good vibrations.
Even deeper. You'll have even more vibes in the soil.
You will dive deeper after you.
Yes. So this is what I'm doing. Like 6:30 in the morning. It's still cool. I'm out. But
Good.
Every morning, like I'm awake.
That's true.
No, that's good. But we just proved to yourself. We just told you that it's not such a perfect excuse as you think, because you can give back more to your garden if you go there.
Okay. I might. You know what? I don't want to promise 100%, but yes, every morning that I'm awake, I'm like, oh my God, I need it. So thank you.
We miss you in the morning.
We miss you. Yes.
Done.
I got used to
Do
it.
it for us. We want your voice. We want like a plant. We need a little bit of you.
I'll see you tomorrow. I love you all. You know.
Love you all.
Love you
Bye.
too. Bye, guys.
Bye,
Bye, everybody.
everyone. Go to
Bye.
sleep, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.